Constantino.
Qué huele.
Pound for pound.
So we're right here with Emiliano. He's getting ready to train.
Yes,
Real
sir.
quick, you told me something interesting that you love those no boxing, no life gloves. Why is that?
For me, saludo a el equipo Canelo y todos los guantes. Lo amo, ¿no? Los guantes y for me, I don't want to fight in any other gloves, so.
Where they at though?
Huh? Where are they?
Oh, they're right there.
Oh no, they're right here.
So what's?
I just fought in these gloves actually. I just fought in these gloves this past Saturday. I fought in the Chavez card, man. It was an honor, man, and just being in a stadium and everything along those lines. It just opened up my eyes to, you know, obviously every fighter they you know, I'm gonna fight on the big stage. I'm gonna fight on this and for me, I didn't know it would be that soon. You know, I'm still an amateur and you know, I'm blessed to be in the position that I'm in because at the same time, you know, if you give me the platform, I'm gonna show out. You know, I'm gonna take advantage of every opportunity that comes my way because I know that opportunities come and go. And there's some opportunities that you don't know that they'll never be there again. You know, so you have to take advantage of it. But at the same time, man, just me being on a card, they weren't even gonna have amateurs on that card. And for them to make that happen, and it was just a blessing. And I want to give a shout out to Toscano Boxing and GSS Streaming for having me. And I got goosebumps when they played the No Me Será and I started walking out with my dad, and it was one of the best feelings I've had yet. You know, there's gonna be so many more. And my dad told me, he whispered in my ear, he was like, you know, wait till the stadium's packed out with everyone chanting, Vargas, Vargas. So for me, like I love to please fans. I love to, you know, no training session, no sparring session, no session of mine is boring, you know, and I feel like we get that showmanship from my father. And man, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna capitalize on every opportunity that I get. So best believe that when I do turn pro, everybody will know, you know, and I'm grateful to God that man, I have all the keys, you know, and for me, you know, people will always criticize you, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you work at McDonald's, doesn't matter if you know, own a 514 company, you know, it's just, criticism will always be there, and at the same time, and the crazy thing is, like, I remember being 10, 11 years old with the Instagram, right, and posting my boxing videos and this and that, and just grown men, like, with families, and like, just criticizing, hating, right, and at first I was like, Dad, like, why are they saying this, why are they saying that, and this and that, and you just told me that there will always be critics. No matter what you do, you could end world hunger.
Yeah.
And there will always be critics, you know.
Why don't you do it sooner?
Exactly. So at the end of the day, it's about your family and your circle you have behind you. And if those people, you know, you could take criticism from, and those are the real people I only take criticism from. My family, my brothers, you know, there's some certain people that have to tell me that, you know, I did this or I did that or I should have done this. Those are the only people I listen to, you know, and I feel like you need that. You need a good circle behind you for anything to be successful. And that's it, man. I'm just, you know, playing it by ear. My dad's the genius behind everything, and man, I'm just excited. You know, I haven't fought a year and a half. And for me to be fighting in El Estadio Jalisco in front of Mexican fans, and you know, it was just an honor. It was an honor because soy Chicano, no?
Yeah.
And a lot of Mexicans, OG Mexicans that were born here, they don't really like to show love to Chicanos, you know. And me being at the stadium, I got nothing but love, and you know, it's a blessing for sure.
And I saw you know, Canelo went up to you and gave you mad props. Can you talk briefly about what he told you and what was that like? I know he's your hero. You look up to him.
100%. Well, for me, I mean, before every fight, I probably watch like 3 or 4 Canelo videos. No, the day of.
The day of the fight, you watch Canelo videos?
For sure. I look up to that guy so much. He's my idol for me. My dad's idol was Chavez, and my idol's Canelo. So as generations move on, I feel like it'll be more later. But you always got to pay homage to Chavez and everything that he's done for Mexico and Mexican boxing in general. And I also, I tune into Chavez and this and that, but I feel like more my style is Canelo. I don't like getting hit. Punches hurt. Why would you want to get hit? So, but at the same time, soy guerrero. Está en mi sangre, ¿no? De guerrero y que yo no me sé rajar. And those words are true. Because at the same time, my dad tells me, you have balls, but you don't always got to show them. They're gonna come out when you have to show them. So for you to go on wars for no reason and be in there and a toma daca, you hit me, I hit you, and this for what? There's no rule in boxing that says, all right, I have to let you hit me. There's no rule. And
in the words of Big G,
yeah, there we go. So touching back on the Canelo thing, man, I was just in awe and shock, and because usually, being who my father was, and people always, I wouldn't say it as like the common thing, but like the main thing that I hear when I meet other world champions, listen to your father, and you'll be fine, and this and that, and things along those lines. But it's not like I'm knocking or anything like that, but I've heard it more than enough times, and for him to right away just tell me, I watch your videos, and man, I got goosebumps. I really did, and it was just more of a motivation. Like as soon as that happened in the car ride, I told my parents, I was like, what's next? I just want to keep the momentum going. I know for me, not being in the ring for a year and a half, it was a long time. Due to COVID, due to the pandemic, and I know a lot of fighters who were in the same boat as me. So now that I got this momentum, I just want to keep it going. And a lot of people are asking if I'm going pro or not, but I'm just listening to my father, and from there we'll go. I'm only 17, so I know that when I do turn pro, I will be fighting grown men. And man, I know a lot of fighters that great fighters. It just takes one punch, man, and it could be from a grown man, and I'm still a kid, So, my father will never lead me the wrong way. I know my father is always have my best interests. So, and my family, my whole family, and I feel like there's no rush, and when I do feel like it's time for me to go pro, everybody will know. And best believe that you will tune in. So.
Real quick, what did Canelo tell you when you guys met?
He told me that that he watched my videos and his feint, and that he uses, that he saw me use, and just that I'm a great fighter, and I told him, I want to be exactly like you, and you're my idol, and this and that, and he just told me, shoot for more, and for him, the pound for pound king, to tell me that, somebody who's fought everyone, and for me, it's like, what are you gonna say when he beats Caleb Plant, or when he beats Andrade, or when he beats everybody? What else are you gonna say? So for him to tell me the pound for pound king, I think there's nobody that could beat him right now. I think it's a Roy Jones era to where, a certain extent, where Roy Jones was just dominating everyone. It was easy. He would play basketball games before his fights. So I just think it's Canelo's era. I think it'll continue to be his era. Man, I'm just excited to, one day hop on the pro scene and have him watch one of my fights. So.
How fired up did that get you? Like you fighting in an exhibition on the undercard of Chavez, Canelo, you walking out, all that. How did you celebrate all that?
I exactly like I told you. The only celebrating I really did was go eat. Tenía hambre después de todo, y after the weigh-ins and everything, I just still ate well, but after the fight we ate well, and we just had a conversation between ourselves. Just when, what's next? That's the first thing I said. What's next? And So we're talking to my team and trying to find out what other amateur show we can get on, or what big platform we can get on, and we'll go from there. But I have a great team behind me, great, strong, solid foundation, something that my father didn't have. And I feel like everything does happen for a reason. And the funny thing is, a lot of people criticize my dad for, you took fights too early and this and that and blah blah blah. You should have waited. You should have fought, greener people. You should have, But that's my dad. He's a champion, at the end of the day. But at the same time, the same people who say that and criticize my dad for that are telling other fighters, step with the competition. You're fighting bums, this and that. Look, you can never please fans. And I guarantee you, my pro debut, they'll be saying the same thing after I knock this guy out. So again, to anybody, you can't listen to fans. If you listen to the fans, you'll be in the seats with them. So at the end of the day, stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane and continue to do you. I'm gonna continue to do me. And to everybody else watching, hay Vargas para rato, cabrones.
Right. Constantino Garcia here for Little Giant Boxing. Make sure you guys subscribe and follow me on social media at Constantino Garcia.